What is the
Oh,
rule for phones in your classroom anyway?
uh, if you have them, I don't want to see them at all during school hours.
Okay.
At all. Do not take them out.
This is an
Do
okay
not
thing to
have
talk
them
about in
on.
recording, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, of
yeah.
course.
I was
I
wondering
assumed
whether it
you'd
was
be
like one of
recording.
those things where you're like, okay, uh, if you have a phone, give it to me, and you can have it back at the end of the day, and that's just the policy. Because some places that is the policy now.
If I see it, that's what I'm going to have to do, right?
Mm.
But typically I'll say, put it in your backpack, and that's it, right? If they take it out after I've told them to put it back, it's mine now. I'll hold on to it. I'll give you back at the end of the day. So, but typically I've not had that issue, like at all. Um, they're not bad about it.
That's good.
I've had a because I reason why I'm talking about this, I have parent teacher conferences, and so it's always a very stressful part of the year
Oh yeah.
because there's a lot of preparation, a lot of assessment. Just so you can be like, hey, let me sit down and talk about how your kid's doing, right? This time though, I this is my second time doing this, and so I have a bit of a realization of, oh, I hold the power here, don't I? I do actually.
A little bit.
Interesting. So, parents, how are you supporting your child at home in their learning?
Oh boy.
And that can get them squirming.
Mm.
Are they reading every night? No, they just play video games. Oh, I see, I see.
Well, mm. I mean, we, we,
Because
we, we probably did okay. Not reading every night.
um, well, literacy is a big issue, right?
Mm.
In America right now. And so, one of the best ways to build comprehension for what they're reading is to do a lot of reading and then talk about it afterwards, or even write about it afterwards, depending on what they need most, right?
Mm.
And so I'm like, well, they should be reading at least 30 minutes, and you can check for comprehension by just asking them about what they read. Have them tell it back to you. And it's a simple exercise that helps them out so much with just comprehension.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say like video games have plenty of reading and looking up shit about the game online, which most people fucking do to like tips and tricks and all that. Shit. Well, admittedly, they watch videos nowadays, not read things, but still, video games have a lot of reading, but it's not like it's just like this is what this is and their labels and their menus. They're not like paragraphs that you have to pass out what they mean or anything like that. Which is yeah, that is a skill that you need to learn.
Like, yeah, you might be able to read. Great. Awesome. You understand your
Understand the
vocabulary.
words.
That's great. But do you understand what's actually happening?
Do you understand the meaning?
And that's kind of the issue, right? So I have lots of kids who are good at vocabulary and good at like phonics and knowing the sight words, the words that they just recognize on sight, and that's great. But it's the comprehension stuff. It's like I don't understand what this thing's saying at all, which they need to work on. And so there's a lot of like that, and also like, hey, hmm, here's some math stuff I was looking at. Maybe we can go over with this at home. Like I'm gonna be going over a lot of this stuff in class, but we should also have that extra practice at home. Um, so a lot of it was really awesome and just really constructive, and it was a very stressful 2 days of like I was there until like 5:30, 6 o'clock one day.
Hmm.
The other day I was done by 3 because it was like that's how I set my range of conference appointments. Get most of them done in one day, and I had like 20 scheduled for one day. Then like
Hmm.
3 of them moved to the next day, so it was like 18 and 8, and 4 just did not want to meet at all. So I'm gonna have to track them down. Um, but yeah, I had a lot of parents being like, you know, my child really loves your class, and they're so excited to get to school. They just can't wait to get out of the car. And I'm like, that's really great to hear.
Yeah.
Like that's really encouraging of like they love school because you're here and you're doing a good job teaching them and they really like you. And I'm like, that warms my heart.
Yeah. That that is a good sentiment to share, and maybe
Um,
butter you up a little bit. But it's probably also very genuine. But also, hey, We're nice
Well,
to
I
you.
can
Like us
tell.
and be good to our kid.
Well, I can tell, like, that a lot of the kids they're talking saying that like they do love being there, right? They're happy to be there and they're happy to participate, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
One part's like, and I had this last year. It's just like my daughter was very concerned, like a bit nervous that like she's gonna be having her first like male teacher in elementary school, and after the first day, she's like, no, no, he's great. So yeah, because it's pretty rare in America for male teachers to teach elementary school.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Um, a lot of them tend to do middle school or high school, um, not usually elementary. But it's also like you need to have male teachers in elementary because you have a lot of people who don't have male figures, positive male figures or role models in their lives, which it helps a lot to have that. So I do my best to do that.
Yeah. Papa Zero.
I feel more and more like a papa every day, I swear. I have former students that come visit me and they'll give me gifts and stuff to help with the classroom and my little nephew is having his second birthday in a few weeks.
Oh.
So yeah, it's
Not at
great times
Chuck E. Cheese, I assume.
at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, God, really? You're doing it again?
Um, but a different one, hopefully. It's a
Oh,
different one. So
that,
it's the
that.
it's the it's the good one,
Oh, yeah, is it?
apparently.
There's a good one
Yeah.
now, is there?
Apparently there was. Apparently we didn't go there the first time.
Well,
Um,
enjoy the pizza slot again.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pack my own food. I don't think I want to ever eat their food. Ever. Um, yeah, so
If,
I
if,
just
you,
kind of,
if you're
yeah,
planning on changing the subject, speaking of food,
yeah,
so I also had a fun and stressful week this week.
yeah,
I think I mentioned yeah, I did. Last time
you
we were going
mentioned.
to record, had some health stuff just sort of springing up and adding stress and things.
Okay.
So
And oh, do you want to talk about it?
it's not complicated. It's just like I have high blood pressure. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it here, and it has
Yeah.
been a going concern. My doctor set up an appointment with the clinic for that sort of thing at the hospital. He set that appointment up in February, and they finally got through to me with an actual date and time a couple weeks ago for last week.
Yeah.
So that's February to October. The NHS are doing the
Oh,
best. They're doing the best. It's
oh
been like
no.
2 decades of dedicated, if stage managed, dismantling by the Tories. They are doing their absolute best with what they have. I get it.
That's, huh.
But that appointment came with some explanations of like, hey, so if you have really high blood pressure under 40, usually what we do is have you come in for a consultation so we can run some tests because that's not normal and we want to look for an underlying cause. That's if you're under 40 when you're diagnosed. I was under 30. I was 28 when they were like, hey, your blood pressure is a little high.
Yeah.
So I should have been doing this a while ago.
Hmm.
So yeah, they set me up with some tests. One of which was a very fun one.
Really?
I
How
mean,
fun.
well, blood pressure tests. A lot of the stuff they're worried about is gut health and kidney health because that's a big one that can be affected by blood pressure and can cause blood pressure.
Okay.
So what a lot of their tests involve, some of them involve blood tests, a lot of them involve pee tests. A lot of them.
Oh, you got the big gulp? Big, big, big drink. That's a,
Do
huh.
you know what I'm about to say? So
It's gonna be a, yeah, go ahead.
what they asked me to do is Well, first they wanted a small urine sample, just like, test tube, which is fine. And then they handed me two big fat jugs, empty jugs. One of them had a little bit of acid in them, which is a little concerning. But yeah, two big jugs. And we're like, okay, what we want you to do is for 24 hours, put all your pee in one of these jugs, right? And that's the test. It's just to get like an average over 24 hours of what is in there so we can test it and see how it compares to what it should be. And then the other one was the same thing, but under very, very heavy dietary restrictions. So to list, I was not allowed to have caffeine.
Okay.
Which I am on record as being one of my survival measures for ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate, which is fair enough. I don't have that much chocolate anyway. It's like fine. Bread. No bread.
Oh.
Fruit. Any fruit.
Okay.
No fruit whatsoever. It said no citrus, lemons, pineapples, that kind of thing. But then also any fruit, really. Any fruit. It was very weirdly phrased. That it was like, not these fruits, but also not any other fruits either. Okay. So, no fruit, no bread, no caffeine, no chocolate. That's pretty much... Oh! And no tomatoes. Which is technically a fruit, that's semantics. Yeah, no tomatoes. Now,
Oh.
people who might know me know that I am blind as shit and cannot cook to save my life. And so I am beholden to the almighty Lord and Savior, the microwave. May we bask in its radiation. In other words, I survive on mostly ready meals.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to know what is in almost every single ready meal on the market?
Go on.
Bread, tomatoes.
Yes. Well, sounds like, lettuce sandwiches?
Yeah. So would you like to know the part that I neglected to mention earlier?
Okay.
I said that I was on heavy diet restrictions for this 24-hour collection.
Yeah?
I neglected to mention that in order for the tests to be reliable, I had to be on those restrictions for the 24-hour collection and the 3 days before it.
Oh.
So that's 4 days with no caffeine.
Oh, no.
And it was 4 days with basic... I was surviving on pasta and cheese.
Just like an Italian.
Well, an Italian would have fucking tomatoes, wouldn't he?
Yeah, a lot of the time, yeah. I mean, only if you're using the red sauce, though.
So yeah,
Well, that
I
sounds
think
like...
it was not fun. I think I may have slipped up slightly with one meal that was like a fish pie, and it was potatoes, and it was fish, and it was white sauce. I'm like, great, that is guaranteed to not have any tomatoes or bread in it because it's just fucking potatoes. It's got fucking breadcrumbs on it.
That's probably fine.
It's probably fine. It's annoying. So that was a fun experience. But it's over, and the test's being done, hopefully, and if they ask me to do it again, I'm going to tell them to fuck off. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Understandable. Well, it's a strict diet.
Funnily enough, they did ask,
went on a keto diet. Yeah.
Sorry. They did ask a few questions about, like, high blood pressure, the usual cause is going to be lifestyle. Mine was very, very high for it to just be lifestyle. And also, by, like, them asking, I actually looked into it a bit more of what my diet actually consists of for how bad the effects would actually be on my blood pressure. And they're not actually that bad. My diet isn't great. Ready meals have a lot of salt in them, but I never go, like, above the limit. or the recommended limit for the day. And,
Mm.
you know, I don't exercise, but there are a lot of people that get by with better blood pressure than me who don't exercise. So I'm assuming they're absolutely right and there is an underlying cause, but I won't know until the tests come through.
Okay, wait on that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when I did my keto diet like a while ago, it was also a similar level of heavy restriction,
That's no
and
carbs, right?
it's no carbs and no a lot of things actually, but that was really tough. So like I can imagine, I it was really good at losing weight, but it also made me extremely unhappy.
Yeah, that diet is meant to basically tax your body to hit a limit it's not really supposed to hit unless you're kind of starving.
Um,
Only do it with just enough nutrients to get you by.
Speaking of dietary stuff, I recently hit a bit of a milestone ever since I started working out back in like August-ish.
Yeah?
I'm now down 20 pounds.
Sweet.
So I feel great. I look a lot better, and my clothes are fitting a lot better. And I have way more energy because I've been doing my walks like every morning, and usually after dinner I'll do a walk,
Yeah.
except for the days in which I'm too lazy most of the time. And then like occasional cardio and then weightlifting as well.
I'll have to get back to doing that. That was another thing I was banned from doing, by the way, for the test, was don't exercise.
Yeah,
It's like, cool, okay.
because that could affect it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing what one of the tests was for is for serotonin, because that is one of the things that can affect it. And there are some things that can cause your serotonin levels to be abnormally high that I've looked into. They are mildly concerning, but you know, it is what it is. I won't know, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Medical research on the internet's always concerning.
Yeah, it is. You shouldn't do it, but everyone fucking does. So you can do it, but don't take it especially seriously. You don't know what you're looking for. You don't know what you're talking about. And Google is increasingly unreliable, which is a thing I'm going to have to get back to later. But yeah, they banned me from exercise and they banned me from. I forget exactly how it phrased it. I don't have the instructions anymore, but it was something like extreme emotions or significant positive emotions. I'm not sure whether that was a euphemism for sex or jerking off, but basically the way it was written, it basically said, "Hey, don't experience joy for the 96 hours that this test is ongoing." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, with the way you've cut my diet, that's probably not going to be too hard."
Yeah, pretty easy task, all things considered.
But yeah, that was my last interruption. I apologize.
It's all right. But yeah, health stuff's always like a pain to deal with. I know for a while my blood pressure was actually starting to get high, and it's part of the reason why I was like, I should probably go back to my regular like working out stuff and like taking better care of myself
Yep.
because my ADHD meds can
Yep.
increase my blood pressure.
That is
So
why I'm not allowed to take them, and was told not to
so
even bother
that's
getting tested because that's something all of them do.
so that's why I've been like working hard to decrease it. I haven't checked in a while, so it's probably better, especially since I dropped like 20 pounds and overall I'm much healthier. But I mean, you never know. My grandpa, he had diabetes, so kind of don't want to have any risk of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like what was I talking? We were talking about dietary stuff. We didn't really have much of it. We just kind of started talking into the podcast, like we do.
Yeah.
Can I take over to talk about some video games?
You can.
Okay. I played two very interesting creature collecting games recently.
There's the
One
good
of
one and
them,
the shit one. Fuck that company.
uh, I will say, both of these are some of the best mainline games that each franchise has produced. For one of them, that's a very low bar.
Hmm.
Um, if you were to buy any game right now and you want to play a good creature collecting game, may I recommend to you Digimon Storytime, Stranger.
Yeah, you may. A lot of people already, well, haven't directly to me, but I know a lot of people playing it.
Um, the reason why is pretty simple. It's just really good. Genuinely.
Hmm.
Um, Not only does it have visually it looks way better than the past Digimon story games, even better than like way better than Cyber Sleuth, for example. And they have like a shader that makes everything look that nice anime style that makes it just really pop. I mean, it's voice acted. There's some really cool Digimon in there. Like there's 450 something in there already. On top of the fact that there's difficulty modes from easy, normal, hard to mega, and then mega plus for the real min maxers. Um, and it's just I cannot sing this game's praises enough. Um, from the story to the soundtrack to the actual combat being really, really fun and engaging, I adore it personally.
Mm.
I think that it's got me back on a whole Digimon kick like nothing else really has. And I am really excited to watch reactions of people being like, "Wait, this is what Digimon's like? Wait,
Yep.
what do you mean? There's
What?
Gundramon?"
Why is there so much underboob?
Nobody's asking why. Everybody's like, "Yes, there is." Good.
Yeah.
What do you mean the plant turns into a person?
Yeah, that was a part of the Digimon lore that I did not know, but recently was fucking told. Is that the more that a Digimon likes you, the more it starts to evolve towards a humanoid form.
Mm. A lot of Digimon are kind of reflections of stuff in the real world because they come
Mm.
from the digital world, and so as they kind of evolve, they end up changing to suit what they need. So it's like, well, this Mega Digimon, it just has weapons everywhere. It's like, yes, because it uses this form specifically just for fighting, right?
Mm.
Afterwards, if with its partner, it'll go back to its rookie form and be like, hey, I'm a chill little monster. Hi, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, that's kind of how that goes. And it's really cool to get to discover all of the Digimon because Digimon has that cool thing where every single Digimon can be eventually de-digivolved and digivolved into every other one just because of the way that the evolution tree works because it's a tree, right?
Mm.
You can catch your starter and be like, "Man, I'd like for them to be all the way in the opposite end of this digivolution tree and turn them into something completely different." And you can. You have that freedom. They can be whatever you want. Just pick your favorites. One thing that's really cool is that every Digimon has a unique move. And that unique move has them do the voice acting of saying the move and also has special animations for that move. Every single one.
Mm.
Some of them have two or three, which is really cool. And something that I wish that like Pokemon did because you have the unique moves and you have like your standard elemental moves of magical or physical or what have you that you can slot in and change how you wish. So, yeah, it's really, really fun.
Neat.
And then I played Pokemon Legends ZA, and the game
So, so,
opens.
so, let me ask a question before anything else.
Yeah.
What? How does that stack up to the framing of just having played Digimon Cyber, whatever the fuck, but also grading on a curve for it being a Pokemon game?
Um. Okay. Let me tell a little story.
Oh boy.
I first start Digimon. No, I beat I beat Time Stranger, and I start Pokemon. Um, and at the first moment, it opens with a cutscene, and characters are talking, except they're not voice acted. It's just text on the screen while they move their mouths, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, this is
these
what I'm
games don't
doing.
have voice acting. Yep.
Oh, right, we're back here,
Yep. This is a Pokemon game slash Nintendo game. They don't want to pay for voice actors.
and I just, I just can't. Oh man.
As an aside, I was recently informed and told that I should be very gentle towards this game because it only had a budget of $30 million.
Oh yeah. Um,
Be gentle to this game that doesn't have voice acting and uses all of the old models from the previous games.
it's wild. Okay. Okay. In one of the first scenes in the game, a Pancham steals your bag, and I'm chasing them, and I chase them through the streets, and the starters are there, and they're helping chase, and then the Pancham gets stuck on a piece of trash, and runs around in circles, and I'm like, oh, I caught the thing that stole my bag, and I can't do anything. I have to wait until it eventually takes itself off the geometry to continue the chase,
Okay.
and it takes like a few minutes. I'm like, wow, huh?
We're playing a Pokemon game. I get it. Okay, so we're discarding the Digimon side of it, and now we're back to okay. We're grading this on a curve. Let's be
Uh,
understanding. All right.
it's so one thing that Pokemon does is they do go with a very realistic lighting effect because they're not experienced enough as a dev team to have anything else, which means that the game does not look nearly as good as it should, because it's lacking like proper shaders that would make it look nice. And well, the character models are all much higher quality, and
Stylized, but yes.
they are higher quality than
Yeah.
some of the past stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I was sorry. I wasn't like being a dick on that one. It's just like they're not trying to be really detailed and fancy and like they got hair physics and all that shit, but they're stylized so that they look nice anyway.
mhm.
Yeah, and that's fair.
And
That there's
so
nothing wrong with that.
and so that looks nice. The character customization's great. It's actually just really great. And your character has a grunt when they do their roll to dodge, which is interesting. It's the only voice acting in the entire game.
Oh Jesus
Um,
Christ!
Now, I know why they're not doing the voice acting. It's entirely because they're in a small indie team with their small indie budget.
Wait, one
And
thing is Pikachu in this game.
yes,
Then there is one other bit of voice acting in this game. They got to get that
I
Pika Pika in there.
I don't know if it says it in this game. I'll be real. It doesn't stick in my mind of it saying that. But it only says Pika Pika in like a few games.
I remember
Most
it
of the
was
time they just
it
use
was a thing in one of the mainline games. Don't fucking quote me on which one, but there was one where it was explicitly like, "Oh, this is the only one that actually says his fucking name as the cry."
yeah. Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee, the remake of Yellow that also had a brown version, I guess. Yellow and brown.
Yeah.
Um, which okay, I will say I really like the battling in this game because it's not turn-based. It is real time. You shout out moves that have like a cooldown, and like long range moves have a bit more of a cooldown because you can be safer. And you have to use positioning in the area. So if you set up like spikes, for example, that creates an area of spikes that you can like lure Pokemon into. Like there's a lot more like of an active combat feel, and it feels like I'm freaking in the anime, like doing the fights how they do them, and that feels really good. Like the actual combat of it, fantastic. The catching that is good from Arceus that I liked, awesome, amazing. The lots of side quests and different things to do. Oh, that's great. But man, I playing this after completing Time Stranger because I did complete Time Stranger has left me being like, is this really good enough? Right? And I was like, yeah, it's good, but it's not what it should be by any means. And I know it's a little bit of an unfair comparison,
No, it isn't.
just purely because of the amount of time that was given to each game.
No, it isn't.
Because let me finish what I'm saying, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Because
counterpoint, but yes.
times because Time Stranger had 7 to 8 years of development, right?
Okay.
And if you treat it by only like, oh, here's how much time they had to develop, then of course, no doubt one blasts the other out of the water. Do I think that Pokemon should have more time to develop? Yes, I've talked about that multiple times. And I think that the dev team that they have is rather inexperienced and still are inexperienced because there's high turnover at Game Freak. And
Here's the thing about that, and I don't have a source to confirm this, but this is what I have heard, is that they have high turnover at Game Freak and have limited experience because they do have experience with the higher ups at Game Freak who are the veterans who have been with the company for a long time, and it is a Japanese company with Japanese culture, which means the higher ups say what happens. It does not matter what you think, you worthless new employee peon. I don't care if you think that our series is outdated and needs to be refreshed. We have been making these games for 30 years. We know better than you no matter what, so shut the fuck up and do your job. That's probably why they have high turnover.
yeah, it's it's not bueno. Um, I'm having fun with the game from what I'm playing of it, but if I'm to recommend either of these games to somebody, go play Digimon. Just genuinely. It's it's not a perfect game, but like that's a pretty good like 8.5 to 9 out of 10,
It's a good
right?
school.
And I enjoyed it a lot. But for anybody else,
There are
being like,
things
but
to
I like
enjoy about the new
Pokemon
Pokemon game. Uh, Maybe consider buying it on sale. Oh, wait.
or used, really. That's the only sale you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And other companies, monster collectors and all that stuff, they're fucking hungry. They can sense blood in the water. That's just what it is.
I will say that Digimon being so successful right now is really great because it puts pressure. There needs to be competition in this space. And there's not really been real competition in this space for a long time. So the more the better.
I don't know quite how valid this is, but I have heard people being like, that whole patent thing that Nintendo are doing for specifically against Pal World for the catching mechanics and the riding Pokemon, and Digimon has put those things in their game. I don't know whether that's true or not. So kind of like, we did it. What now, bitch? Kind of thing.
I mean, the second they try to enforce it, it's going to fall apart,
They are
right?
trying to enforce it. These are the catching and riding mechanics
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
know,
about.
but the second they actually try to like sue to enforce it, because they have to do, it's going to fall apart under scrutiny, is the thing. So, I mean, Digimon can just do what they want, and you can't stop them, especially if you don't want to like tarnish your relationship with Bandai Namco.
That is a big one to fuck with. Like Pocket Pair are still literally just an indie company. They are on their own with, you know, tens of millions in a war chest for legal funds, but still on their own. But
Hmm.
Nintendo kind of have some skin in the game for not pissing off Bandai Namco.
Yeah,
They want
you.
games on their platform, and that kind of requires Bamco cooperation. Because hey, one of Nintendo's exclusives that they just probably shelled out a fair amount of money for, that new FromSoft game. Yeah, they're owned by Bandai Namco.
Yeah, there's so many things that Bandai Namco has their like hands in. You can't get rid of them. So, yeah, I hope that
Either
they.
one of two things happens. Either Nintendo explicitly give free permission to Bandai Namco to use their patents without restriction, which is a thing they might do, or that fucking lawsuit against Pocket Pair is going to fall through the fucking floor. That's just how it's going to go. Because if you're going to protect your patent from one company, you have to protect it from all companies.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a vaguely worded patent too, is the thing, which is why it's like it's paper thin. Because so many other examples already use those mechanics.
Yep.
So It cannot stand. So go on, try to shut down Digimon. You can't. Digi pe People have been trying to kill Digimon for years, and they're still here.
Nintendo specifically have been trying to.
Ain't gonna stop them anytime soon. So, yeah, yeah. So the whole Pokemon Digimon debate is back on the table once again. It's the history
Leaning
repeating
in a
itself.
surprising direction, but yes. Well, less surprising over the past few years, but still a surprising direction.
One franchise had to learn how to like evolve or digivolve rather,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Mm-hmm.
did. So
Mm-hmm.
I know that like there was a huge like leak recently from Game Freak,
Yeah.
um, with stuff like, oh
Gen
hey,
10 has been revealed, partially.
the Gen 10's coming next year was one thing that was said. And
Great.
are are you sure about that?
I don't know, John Cena. Yeah. So they. And I do want to say I apologize about being like interrupty over the past like 10, 15 minutes of just like this is a subject I am very passionate about for
Yeah,
things that
it's
are
okay.
not directly related to the games, and it's just I apologize.
It's all right. Just judging by the game's merits, like I said at the start of this, both of them are the best it's ever been. It's just for one of them, it's a much lower bar. And I'm playing on Switch 2, so the game runs on Switch 2.
Mm.
Does not run so well on Switch 1, which is a problem and was expected, honestly.
Well,
Entirely expected.
from what I hear, it can run pretty well on a Switch One as long as that Switch One has a Steam logo on it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's his special edition Steam version,
Yeah,
yes.
it's almost like a Switch Two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have a different name for it,
Yeah.
like a deck maybe.
Mm.
Anyway, it's
Shit, we're gonna get
it's
sued.
kind of like whatever. It's fine.
Mm.
This is fine. Jack, go play Digimon Time Stranger. It's one of the Digimon story games, which are it's a really good franchise of games. The last one was Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, and then Cyber Sleuth before that. Um, Digimon Survive was also a thing that happened, but I didn't get into that because it just took too long to hook me as like a visual novel style survival tactical RPG. Just
There was a lot
wasn't my
of
thing.
weird like cyber zombies, and you had to stab them through fences with a spear. It was a very strange Digimon entry.
But
Nobody in the fucking world remembers Metal Gear Solid Survive.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that, and then knew like, yeah. Oh man. Um, but the fact that you said that, it was like, no, that sounds like what was gonna. Just hmm. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway,
there's a new Mega Starmie, and it stands up tall on two legs, and it's kind of funny. And
I
that's it.
found it funny in a wow you didn't even fucking try kind of way, but yeah.
Just make. Is this a reference to Scarlet and Violet? The glitch where people would stretch out.
Stretch one side of the model and then let's go to lunch.
Oh yeah, it's one of the strangest examples. I mean, even like most of the new ones aren't great. Um, but that's fine. This is fine. I'm just gonna play Digimon again.
We're very memey today, aren't we, Zero?
I, you
First,
know
are you
what?
sure about that? And then this is fine.
This is just how I talk, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. We are
Listen,
internet brain rotted, yes.
and I teach 9 and 10-year-olds, so
Yeah, like I can talk shit about you like just quoting memes all the time, but I'm fucking recognizing them. What's my fucking excuse?
I'm not actively trying to quote memes either. It just happens.
Yeah.
Like, and the kids, because every time I teach math, I just hear 6, 7 all the time, all the time. all the time. I'm counting who's getting hot lunch, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody stops and goes 6, 7. I'm like, okay, please, please. I get hit with all of the memes all day long, every day. This is fine. Yeah, no, that's about it from stuff that I can remember with my brain right now.
Mm.
Because I mean, I finished the season of Peacemaker, and boy, that last episode is not really a finale. It's
That show is done
just an
though, isn't it?
epilogue.
Now.
Season 2 is done, and they'll probably do a season 3 or follow up on a different series. But I mean, they did a lot to set up. Hey, we can actually have a universe here, which is nice.
I thought I
Was that-
vaguely remembered hearing that it was just done, but I don't know.
No, next season is confirmed, but they end on a cliffhanger, so I don't
Oh,
know.
fair enough.
But it was like, oh man, the last episode is gonna be this big finale with all these cameos, and it was just an epilogue,
Hmm.
and it was mildly disappointed by that. But is what it is. It's very good emotional like character drama payoff. Just people were expecting it to be, and then this character shows up or this hype thing happens, and it didn't. So yeah, uh, yeah, anything to talk about, Casey?
Uh, well, I am about to finish Hades 2 in the simple way of like do final bosses and that's the last thing. And then there's a lot more stuff for the epilogue, but we're not talking about that. I don't even know what you need to do for it. Um, but yeah, I am right at the end for that. Have not done it, partially because I just haven't gone around to it. Partially because I kind of don't want to. Um, the ending of that game was kind of spoiled for me, but by necessity, kind of.
What? What do you mean
Because
by necessity?
I have a fic that was, it's a DXD fic, but it's God of War, so it's Atreus and then eventually Kratos go to DXD world through shenanigans. Freya's being a bitch, and DXD not exactly heavy on detail for the Greek gods. So I was like, okay, there is this neat game that I like a lot that has some pretty detailed interpretations of the Greek gods that would fit pretty well in the setting. I mean, Aphrodite being naked all the time. It's kind of that's very DXD. So you know.
Uh,
Thing is, I may have been very excited for Hades 2 when they released the trailer for it at the Game Awards one year and said it's going to come out this time thereabouts, and then it didn't release for like a year. So I was waiting a lot longer on the details of that particular story than I thought it would be. Details of that story with a character that I had already introduced. Errors were made. But yeah, so I basically had to fill things in as I was going, while more bits and pieces of the story of that game were released. Just sort of, okay, that fits already. I don't have to do anything for that. I can slot that in here and this in there. That's fine. And it's just sort of jigsawing my way to making this whole thing coherent with what the game was now. And it worked out in the end. Pretty much got through that whole storyline and everything's sorted and there's nothing to worry about. But the ending of that game has some. I feel like it's not a particular spoiler if I say that game is a lot about time, and so some
yeah,
shit gets wacky.
I've heard the name Kronos being mentioned in reference to it, so
Yeah. There are timeline shenanigans and time travel shenanigans, and I will leave it there. So, I have basically. Someone told me the ending, And they were like, "Hey,
Oh,
so about how this game ends compared to how the story is going." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I had to unspoiler it because they had spoiled it just in case, blocked it out just in case. I'm like, oh shit! I probably do actually need to know this now. So I read through it, and it's like, yeah, okay, that is a lot of stuff that I don't particularly need to worry about because I've already established that how that whole story ends in my story. So I don't need to fucking worry about it. This is kind of an AU, and because of time travel shenanigans, the story actually kind of allows for that. Nice. That's neat. I appreciate that. I don't have to worry about this anymore, and I can actually put that whole jigsaw puzzling my way to making it all fit together behind me. It's all sorted. In terms of the game, however, not sure I'm a fan of what it does. I think I mentioned on the previous episode that I had heard things were not great with the ending. That there was some disappointment with it. I didn't know what that was about, but I would judge for myself. Yeah, it's not. It's not
not
great.
good.
It's not great. I will say a lot of important stuff happens off screen.
That's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm. I don't like that.
Yeah. So that's it. Is what it is. I mean, yeah, it's not. That's just not a good decision. Like it doesn't really matter how much I try to like sugarcoat it. Like, okay, what it's actually doing in terms of story, I kind of like. But if you're gonna have it off screen, that's just bad. That's just bad storytelling. You can't do that.
It's okay to have things happen off screen, but not when it's like critical to your plot.
So yeah, that's a little disappointing, and part of the reason why I haven't finished the game yet. Myself, I will have to, and again, I will have to judge for myself when I actually do. But it's
Yeah,
not looking great.
sometimes you just mm,
My
you get
expectations
that
are low, but
spoiler
maybe that's a
and
good thing.
getting a spoiler and being like, "Oh, this game that I was enjoying, I don't want to play it right now," is rough.
Yeah.
I've had that happen, so
Yeah. Like
I can't give it a specific example because I haven't beaten the game.
I imagine if we to take things back to the thing we talked about like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
By the way, everyone, that podcast episode that is probably coming out right now, that was recorded 3 weeks ago. I
hmm
I was so worried about releasing the Expedition 33 thing that I just completely forgot about actually releasing the episode of the podcast, which I also still haven't released. There are reasons we might get
Come
to
on,
this.
man.
But like, yeah, if thing happened in that game and I was like explicitly told about it, and it would probably hamper my desire to continue playing that game somewhat. Oh wait, that did happen. So, you know,
Well, it wasn't anything. Was it something huge that you got spoiled on? I can't remember. It's been a while.
let me
I
say
think
Lamp Master.
Oh, oh yeah, no. I remember that. Not as big of a thing as you could have been spoiled on.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
yeah. I mean, the really big thing that
Because
I could have been spoiled on, I just fucking figured out. So, yeah.
which is good storytelling.
Yeah.
If you're able to put the pieces together, be like, oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that's still going to be game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't changed for me, even as I'm picking up and playing other games. I'm like, no, I'm still thinking about this game, and it's been months since I've played it.
I love that both of the front runners for Game of the Year are indie games. I
Yes,
love that.
as they should be.
At this point, fucking yeah.
A lot of AAA development has been collapsing in on itself, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You got the fucking Xbox thing.
Oh yeah, the freaking just hey, we raised Game Pass. Okay, everybody unsubscribe now. Okay, bye.
Yeah, we raised the price by 50%. No, you didn't. You raised it 100% in total this year because you raised it by $5 and like fucking February or something.
Well, and like Nintendo has its new console, but I wouldn't say that any of the games on it right now is like a huge system seller, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you like a particular franchise and you're obsessed with it, you'll probably get it. But
I did watch a video recently, like this week, about like the whole Nintendo thing. And it was talking about like what is actually the incentive to get a Switch 2 when most of the big system sellers, especially Pokemon, are on Switch 1 anyway.
Switch one's versions aren't playable.
So,
So I'm gonna buy the version that's unplayable. That's what it comes down to, I guess.
I mean, sure, that works for like the old heads that are here with like, hey, we've been playing Nintendo for fucking 30 years or whatever. But for like kids that are still Nintendo's biggest target audience, let's not mince words here, try and get like parent to purchase you a brand new $450 console to play the same game that they're already playing on the console that they have now. Like,
Mm,
it's a tough proposition.
it
Nintendo are
is.
not helping the kids to buy this shit.
And it's probably not going to change for a while, you know? You look at the lineup of things coming out, and there's nothing here that's going to be a major draw for kids, you know?
They've got a Metroid
Um,
coming, which again is to please the old heads because kids don't really give a shit about Metroid.
they got Hyrule Warriors, but that's for old heads too. Like, it's
Yeah, not
not in a great spot.
not sure like Dynasty Warriors clones are a big thing for kids. I don't know.
No,
Maybe
not
they're
really.
they're a little bit playgroundy sometimes, but
I had one kid in my class who was like really into playing Donkey Kong Bonanza and was very excited for Legend ZA, right? I
mm.
wanted to talk to me about it, right? But in general, I mean, most of them are just playing Fortnite on the Switch One.
Did you recommend that kid Digimon Story Underboob?
I was not ready to blow his mind with that information yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Give it a few years. He'll figure it out.
Listen, I don't need to create any awakenings, okay?
No, they'll like I say, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, eventually. But it's just like, what are the upcoming even major games? Because I can't even think of them off the top of my head that we already talked about.
I mean, Ghosts of Yotei, I think, came out.
I mean, yeah, I've been seeing advertisements for that. I'm not really, I feel no desire to go grab that immediately.
It's weird, right? Because Tsushima was a whole thing. Like, that was a big deal, and people were pissed at how badly it got snubbed at the Game Awards that year. And then this game just kind of is happening, I guess. And
Yeah,
I definitely don't want to put it down to, oh, it's a woman as the protagonist, so that's why, because that feels like really disingenuous and shitty. I'm struggling to put my finger on what the actual cause could be, though.
I had a great time with Tsushima, and that felt like, okay, I'm good.
It's fair
You
enough.
know,
I mean, I don't know.
it was
Like
a
it's been a
self-contained
few
story.
years. It's been a few years. You know, you enjoy a thing, you eventually start wanting more of thing.
No, I'm good. That's kind of where I've landed with that. Like, this is a great experience. I have no drive to see this experience, but with a different story and slightly different mechanics. You know, because I don't know. Nothing
I'm
about it has really
I'm
got
gonna
my
be
attention.
honest. I haven't seen anything about it except for that one trailer that revealed it.
Yeah, like I found out the game was out. I was like, oh, really? Um,
It's just really weird that I haven't heard anyone talking about it at all.
I mean, it's been reviewed well. It's been out for like 2 weeks.
Has it?
Yeah,
Jesus.
300. It's set 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, and it's on shit. I forget the name of the island that is the northmost island of Japan. Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just like, uh, it's fine. This is fine. I'm not I'm not crazy about going back to that anytime soon.
Mm.
I mean, in general, like not a lot of games that I've been really like excited for, though. To be fair, like I'll play the Hyrule Warriors one because I like Zelda, but um, you know, I'm not
Yeah,
really
I
not
mean,
quite feeling it.
I've been playing some simulator games as I am wont to do. They are my trash. There is a neat one called Teddy's Haven that is basically a fantasy shop simulator. So it's just completely fucking chill of just like, hey, you can sell weapons and potions and all that shit, but there is no violence and you can harvest ingredients from like they have fucking dinosaurs just wandering about and giant lizards and every now and again you'll see a fucking gigantic sea turtle just off in the distance and you can go have a chat with it. It's fucking it's pretty cool actually. All of your customers look like they're fresh out of World of Warcraft. It's fucking weird. It's great. Um, and Car Dealer Simulator. I'm not even gonna bother talking about it. It's fucking. It is what it is. Uh, and a city builder strategy game roguelike called Against the Storm, which that's pretty neat. I am bad at these games, so I haven't gotten too into it yet. I love the crap out of a good city builder that is not too complicated to be worrying about fucking traffic violations. Uh, but they are still very complicated games that I'm bad at. So, you know, I will be getting into that more probably. Uh, and fucking what else? I know there was another thing I was going to mention, but I've forgotten what it was. I've lost it. Yep, I have completely lost it. Whatever I was going to say.
Yep. Uh,
Yeah, so video games, I'm not. Oh, that was probably it. Yeah, I am still waiting eagerly for Felt That to come out whenever that
oh
game's done.
yes, yes.
Yep, Puppet Boxing, still looking forward to it.
Well, hey.
Most anticipated Game of the Year awards. Jeff Keighley, you love puppets. Let's make it happen.
Uh, Ghosts of Yote apparently got like an A.
That's pretty
Huh.
good.
And Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil East Chronicles also came in. Huh. I
Sure,
was not really.
that is a game.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds is good. It was a good game.
That is a good
Still a
game.
good game. But
Quite enjoyable.
yeah, no. I feel like we got most of the big releases already out this year.
Yeah, and most of them are crap.
Yeah,
I don't think either of
yeah.
us have mentioned Borderlands 4 a single time.
I don't want to
Yeah.
ever. I'm fine if I just never do that.
Yeah. I mean, apparently it's good, but I don't care anymore. And Randy Pitchford
I
is a word that I want to say, but Zero will be upset, and so will the Yanks in our audience because you are crybabies. He
oh
is a bad man.
yes,
Mm.
yes, exactly. Um, I mean, I can see next year has some games I'm gonna be excited for, like Code Vein 2, and
Debatable.
I don't.
That's
Not
me being
everybody liked
shitty,
that
but
game, but
I didn't really like Code Vein 1. I tried it quite thoroughly. I didn't really like it.
I enjoyed my time with it. At the end of the day, it's not my favorite game, but I enjoyed it enough to be like, hey, we'll see what a sequel does. Um,
Well, you
New
weren't
Resident
until a
Evil,
sequel was announced because no one expected that game to get a sequel.
yeah, exactly. And then I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
The Danganronpa 2x2 has an extra story, which I'm gonna get because I like Danganronpa. Fate extra record because I like Fate. It's just stuff that I already like. Am I getting too old to like add on to the things that I like? Is that what's happening here?
Expedition 33 came out this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. It still happens. It just has to be fucking good, my dude.
Yeah, it has to be really good. It has to be like, hey, you should play this game. And I'm like, oh, maybe I
It's,
will.
you're not getting too old. You just still have standards.
Yeah, I suppose. And, I'm working full time, so it's not gonna have a ton of time to even play games anymore,
Yeah.
which affects my like perspective here. So, yeah, meh. Anyway, video games aside, I bought some prisms and a laser pointer because we're going to be talking about light in my class this week for science, and that's really fun.
Hmm.
Um, that's going to be great. I'm that's going to be a nice time. I personally am really uh worn out from the past week of just stress and prep and everything. So we have a class party on Friday. It's a lot. I think we're done.
Hmm. Hmm.
Unless you got anything else.
Oh, I was gonna say how Google is worthless now.
Oh yeah, it is. So
So I was doing research for a story, and I needed the answer to a very simple question. Uh, I was looking into the average sizes of fruits,
oh,
and so I Googled it, and it gave me very confusing and curious answers, and pages with even more curious answers. For example, did you know that the highest grade of apple is measured in greater than 88 millimeters?
what?
For the context of our American listeners who probably don't know what a millimeter is,
I do.
88 millimeters is approximately, pulling out my tape measure here. Yeah, that is less than half of an inch in diameter.
Yeah, it's a little bit crazy.
That is the best and biggest apple you can find.
Crazy how apples have like been downsized because of the economy.
It's crazy, right? I love my fucking apple berries, is what I'm. Yeah, so I found a chart that had wonderful statistics like that. That was from a company that was very proudly saying, "We're going to help you sort and figure out the like values of apples and pears and all kinds of fruits and produce, and we're just going to help you sort out your economic situation by understanding the value of your products. And we do this through statistical analysis via algorithms and AI learning."
Oh, shoot me now.
Yeah. So that was one of the top results on Google for the sizes of fruits, the average sizes of fruits. So I was like, okay, all right, fine. I'm gonna get even simpler. I'm gonna make it really, really straightforward. I'm gonna say, okay, average size of a lime, and I will quote you Google's AI overview result that I have an image of right now. The
Mm,
average diameter of a lime varies by type, but a general range is 2.56 centimeters, or in American units, 12.5 inches.
Um, yeah, so I use this great thing called DuckDuckGo for my browser purposes, and I would recommend it.
I was not done.
No, no, please.
So, to remind you, for a general range of the traditional lime, it would be 2.56 centimeters, which is about the size of an inch, by the way, or 12.5 inches. Key limes, however, are typically smaller, around 2.54 centimeters, or 11.5 inches in diameter.
Okay.
Still not done.
No, I'm
While
already disappointed.
while larger Persian limes can range from 4.26.7 centimeters or 1.72.6 inches.
Okay. All right. It's I
I would like to
I
remind everyone that the things that computers are supposed to be good at are statistics and maths.
um well, this is why maybe we should have some people who have some jobs and their job is to do statistics and math. I think that could be a good idea.
I remember a while back I said something like, hey, Google is just getting increasingly unreliable, so I've started using Bing and it's actually doing better. Since then, Microsoft has started going dick first into AI as well. So, yeah, what Zero said, fucking DuckDuckGo, until they start doing this stupid shit and wasting all their money as well.
I mean, they specifically are against this sort of stuff,
They are
is
until
why I
they
use
aren't.
them.
That's always how it goes. Remember when Google had in their fucking employee handbook, don't be evil? Yeah, they took that out, by the way.
You know, that sounds like somebody was being evil, but who am I to judge, really? Man, this is depressing.
AI is stupid. Don't trust it for anything. Like, this this is an example of if you trust AI, it will be wrong about something. And if you personally don't know your shit, you will not notice when it gets it wrong.
And it will get it wrong in a cataclysmic way, a career-ending way in some cases.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
yeah. This, as a reminder, we are years into the development of AI, and that example came from a tens of billions dollar company. I don't even know anymore. Valuation of Google. I'm going to Google it and we're going to see what fucking happens. I didn't need to see that number.
Yeah, you didn't need to. It's only going to make you feel depressed when you realize,
Three
oh yeah, no,
trillion
yep,
dollars.
yep, they have all the money.
So to reiterate that, that is a $3 trillion company investing so massively into AI that they could fund entire nations for years with how much money they are putting into AI. And it is telling me that fucking distance size is measured with 2 fucking decimal points. Like it's a coordinate or some shit. Like, this is how far it's got us. Like, why? Yeah, okay. Yeah. These people are stupid. And that is the end of it. That is the bottom line. They are hoping that that whole business initiative will eventually be worth something, and they are just too big for them to like fall apart before it does. So they will be the last one standing who can make a profit off it in the end. That is how that's working.
Yeah, pretty much.
15, maybe 20 years down the line. Until
And
then,
when it
AI is good for
happens,
making really shitty porn. That's what it's for.
yeah, pretty much.
And
Like,
doing form letters that you have to send in, like corporate shit that no one actually reads or cares about, but you have to send anyway. It's really good at those because no one reads them anyway, so it doesn't really matter if they get anything wrong.
it's good for formatting some things and should not be used to do your work for you in terms of like actual stuff that matters.
Yep.
Some people don't quite understand that part.
2 decimal points still fucking gets me, man.
I should. This is the world we live in. It is quite a silly place, this world that we live in.
Thumb-size apple berries, like fucking tiny little limes.
These apples are so big.
Like, just for the sake of making it funny again, just my thought process of being like, I don't know, this looks like a pretty legit website and it's trying to do things. Maybe am I reading the chart wrong? Is it like measuring the seed size and that's measured? That's like how they're determining the size of the. I don't. I must be getting something wrong, right? It's like, like I say, I didn't have the knowledge to say this was bullshit until it was really obviously bullshit.
Is this human error? And the answer, strangely enough, is a resounding no most of the time with AI.
Well, there's a
So,
yes, but it's further back in the chain when they started using AI.
I mean, yeah, if you want to go and be that specific about it, then yeah.
Yeah.
Um, People have watched too many movies and think that this is the future. We can fire all our workers and use AI instead. And look at that. Our company's failing. What's happening?
Oh well. Things will crash and burn, and then other things will have to just rebuild, and Discord just crashed, and we're back.
Hello.
Yeah,
Slight error with the
yeah.
connection.
My Discord
I blame
just crashed.
technology.
Yeah, Discord decided to have AI handle the calls or something, or they're listening in and are mad because they're trying to implement AI or something. I just don't put anything past any of these companies anymore.
It's the robot listening into our conversation, being like, "Man,
That is the fucking logo, is
man."
the robot, so I don't know. What's it called? Clyde or something?
Yeah, something like that. Okay,
I think that's
I
an
think we're
episode.
done. I think it's an episode. I'll we I need to hit Patreon.
We do. It's been 3 weeks, which means it's a
Yeah. Apologies for
for
not being
me
able to make it
for
before.
me being shit, and also us not being able to record for multiple reasons.
But yeah. Let's see who's actually still here. Thank you to Vale, Greek Guy, Ethan Neff, the Crossbrain, and Rhea Hitia 21. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah, and I will try to be more on the ball about releasing things.
Well, you had all that health stuff, so I mean, like, give yourself some grace.
So, yeah, Discord link in the description. Uh, not that there's much for us to talk about. I actually saw Kenshi has been logging on recently.
Is he coming back
No,
to say hi?
no,
No, nothing.
no. He's just been on.
Oh,
I'm assuming he's doing other things. I don't really want to message him about anything because, like, it's been like 5 years. He's doing his own thing. He's figuring out his own shit. That's fair enough. I wish him the
yeah,
best, honestly. And
yeah,
recommend
same.
other people don't just bother him either,
Mm-hmm.
unless you have. No, just kind of don't bother him. Let him do his thing.
Let him do
Bother
his
him on
stuff
like FFnet or something if you want to.
in the appropriate venues.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. But like I say, wish him the best. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see he's there, so he's probably alive, or it's a hacked account and he's just kind of lost control of that account. In which case, if Kenshi asks you to download a game, don't.
Yeah, if anybody just tells me to download something out of nowhere, I'm like, hey, call me about it. Let's talk in person.
Hmm.
If it's so good, give me a recommendation.
Yeah. So yeah. Discord link in the description,
Mm-hmm.
Patreon link in the description. Bye everybody.
Bye.